So anyway, moving on. Spurs have lost to Wolves. Wolves have managed to get a good result against Man City, and we've had Man City beat Southampton 3-1. So, how's the top four looking? Quite interesting. We've already brushed on who do we think can get top four. Do you think Spurs are actually capable of sustaining a realistic top four finish themselves? You've sort of covered on your opinion on it.
Yeah, definitely. I've always said that I rate Spurs very highly, especially their first 13, 14 players.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're let down a bit is, once again, they haven't spent a penny.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't spent a penny. Arsenal have spent way more money than them, and they're still like ahead of you. But they got a really good 14 in that. Their back four is like wicked. Vertonghen and that, Alderweireld, Big Sanchez, with Eriksen in midfield and that. I know Dembele's been out all season. Mora's like improved, and Lamella's improved compared to a couple of years ago.
Don't forget Son.
And then you got like,
Son's been
well, Son's gonna be gone in for a month because he got like, which is that's gonna be a big blow to him. So that could be interesting.
Asia Cup,
for the Asian Games or something like that. Like but like I would expect Spurs to do enough to stay in the, and they need to too, because I think there's more money now in the Champions League, and I'm sure Levy would be saying to him, look, we've got the new stadium, but this increased money, I think it's about 85 million extra or something, some crazy amount. I would hope that Levy would say to Pochettino, please don't go to United, stay here, get ahead of United at the moment, and I'm going to start to back you like with a bit of money, because Pochettino knows he probably needs a few players, and they're all going to cost minimum 30 million sort of thing. Like, if you're going to improve the team or keep it at a level. I mean, look, Liverpool bought Keita for 65 million. See, this is the problem with the transfer market. It's gone crazy.
Do you think, like, I know we mentioned Spurs for first 14, strong 14, but realistically with the amount of games, do you think they can actually sustain? Because that's the problem, see.
Why not?
If you look at Arsenal's record, because we've always had a decent 14 or whatever, maybe not as good, but once the injuries kick in, that's when we actually see our team drop off. Do you think if Spurs, I'm asking this, is going out to both of you, if you've seen a similar situation with them,
sorry, my
that we
local
would
amusement, Lukaku just put in a goal that he never would have scored when Mourinho was there. This is.
We'll cover that in a minute, but do you think that realistically, if injuries kicked in, that they might, because that is the issue when you've already got
injuries. They got injuries already. Sanchez is out for a fair bit. Dembele's been out for a fair bit. Kane came back and he wasn't doing nothing the first month. So I think Pochettino's done quite well with them, because if you remember the beginning of the season, they looked like they were struggling a bit. And I'm sure if you go back on the post, 3 or 4 weeks ago, Arsenal fans, the Gooners, I think they were. You jumped above them, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and then everyone, whatever it was. And I laughed. I said, no way are they finishing above. And I posted it. So I don't sit on the fence. If I believe something, I'm going to come out and I'm going to say it.
We knew as Gooners it was a very short-lived victory for us. And
so they kept your mouth shut then.
Yeah, the ascendancy would go back to where it belonged.
I beg your pardon. Well, we'll see.
London is now white. Just about.
Indeed.
Well, Chelsea's.
London's just about like that's why I said just about, because obviously Chelsea got that Premier League title a couple of years ago and that, but then Spurs have been majorly consistent. Haven't they been top 3 the last 2 or 3 years? So that's consistent. Then you're talking 110 games or something, and you've been consistent. So you can't call it a fluke or luck or anything like that. So.
Do you think no, they could challenge for the league? Do you think Spurs realistically are in it with Liverpool and the Man Cities?
When you say challenge, right?
I'm saying realistic chance of winning it.
Again, what I touched on earlier off camera. Mathematically, it looks like it could be feasible for them to do so. If they were to keep their first 13, 14 members of their squad fit, yeah, they got the players to do it. But over the course of a season, the likes of Man City and their squad, and the depth of their squad, is going to tell in the closing stages
So-
of the season.
So on
And that's
that,
where Spurs usually end up unraveling when they get key injuries to key players
So
that
what-
they can't replace.
so on that very point, then, do you think?
Now
the
we're
same-
talking.
Do you think on that very point, then, do
Yeah.
you think Liverpool could fall short with the injury issue?
This is my thing with them. Their squad depth, I think, is nowhere near Man City's.
No, so that's why I asked the question. Do you think Liverpool?
I know this is not being a hater. I don't see them sustaining it. I don't see them sustaining it on all fronts. Competition. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Sorry about the unprofessionalism. If they come to me, I won't be distracted by anything.
Forgive me, United are doing things that I've seen them do in 3 years.
I'll bring you in on this. Do you think that Liverpool could sustain it with because they come squad for squad, ain't as Man City, we know that. But do
Yeah.
you think that is a thing that may make them struggle towards the end?
Obviously, you've got Champions League, that'll kick in, but it could be over and dusted by then because I watched Man City play earlier against Southampton and I watched it very closely
Dominant.
and I wasn't fully convinced. They gave up some chances at the back and I'm thinking, this is Southampton. And I'm thinking, if Salah and Firmino, if you give them these opportunities, and especially if they go behind, Man City then will probably panic, try and chase their tails, and Liverpool may pick them off. Thursday is absolutely vital because if Man City can win, for me, it's not about closing the gap on the points. It's about putting doubt in Liverpool's mind and taking that invincible tag away, and that might affect Liverpool's psyche. So that's bigger than the points for me because Man City should be going out there with a hope. Okay, we're 7 points behind or whatever it is, but we also don't want them to be invincibles. We weren't good enough to do it, so we're not going to want them. You look at the fixture list and you think, can they run the table? Yeah, I suppose when you're confident, you've got that self-belief, you've got 3 guys up front that are scoring goals for fun. Your midfield, you got backup because you like sometimes Keita's on the bench, Henderson's on the bench, and so and provided the one man they really can't afford to lose is Van Dijk. Yeah, even the keeper. I think they can lose the keeper. It's like a game or two. I'm talking
Still
about.
be alright.
And I think they'll be still okay. You take Van Dijk out, and then you got Lovren in charge of the back. You know there's errors there.
So obviously that.
So yeah, they can definitely sustain it. And the other thing you got to remember is Man City keep dropping points recently. Spurs have dropped points. Chelsea have dropped points. So you're not keeping the pressure on. Every time you lose or you draw and then Liverpool sneak a win, that's like a relief. It's like a release. And again, it's that psychological thing. And when you talk about the squad, the other thing that you don't get tired. When you're leading and you look behind you and people are falling further behind,
The distance is wide.
it's like a Kenyan running in a marathon. When those Kenyans get going and then they look behind and they see you falling behind,
It gives them
it gives them an extra impetus to keep going. Whereas if somebody could stay with them, it's like, wow, I can't shake them. I can't shake them. That's when you become tight and a bit nervous. So yeah, Liverpool can definitely make it. Thursday, woo!
To counter that, not that I'm doing this on purpose, but
No, that's-
we've seen Liverpool in this position before. They've had unbelievable talents up front, firing goals left and right. And then they go to the likes of a Palace and, for some reason, capitulate.
Totally different. Like, I'll tell you what is totally different.
The mentality is different.
Not just now, the players are different.
But they do know. But
Before you
I mean,
they
they had
had
club legend Steven Gerrard and
they had Gerrard. who was-
unreplaceable Suarez there.
They had Gerrard on his way down, even though he's a great player, but he was coming to the end of his career.
Still has enough.
Suarez was probably the best player in the Premiership, but Suarez was virtually carrying them, I'd say, on his own. You had Suarez as world class, then you had 6 quite good players in that, and then there was weaknesses. When I look at this side now, there's definitely not as many. Trent's like solid, and Milner's like solid, and Henderson's confidence being to the World Cup semi-final, blah, 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 blah. So when you look at the whole depth, and this is quite a big lead, they've got a big unbeaten run, they got like massive self-belief, they got a manager who I think Rodgers made mistakes when they were ahead. Rodgers and the crowd of that. I think they got a bit, a little bit ahead of themselves, yeah, because to be honest, it looked like they'd won it. And then Klopp, if you listen to Klopp, all the time the message is, I don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Does Klopp
Does
Klopp have a track record though of getting it over the finishing line?
Yes, he's won with Dortmund.
Fine.
Yeah.
Since his appointment here or on these shores in England, what's the trophy count?
Well, he's not done anything.
No.
Well, I wouldn't say he hasn't done anything.
But you've seen a steady progress.
That's right.
That's what I would say.
Pochettino, he's highly rated. Madrid won him. The two biggest clubs in the world, and I'm not saying it in any particular order before people moan, but Madrid and Man United, they're definitely the two biggest, money-wise and that. They both won Poch. He hasn't won anything. I mean, where is he? Espanyol, done a good job. So Southampton come, Premiership money, nicked it, done a good job. Then he went to Spurs. Now to me, he's done an excellent job because his net spend is virtually nothing.
Great job.
And everybody else's net spend is like $500 million. And he's ahead of some of those ties. He's ahead of Arsenal, spent more money. He's ahead of United, spent more money. He's ahead of Everton, spent more money. He's ahead of West Ham, we probably spent more money. So he's done a phenomenal. Oh, they had the Bale money, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
They did, but they wasted that.
Yeah,
they wasted that. If you look at what they spent it on,
he's done a phenomenal job in that. So
was the appointment before him not the manager who ended up spending the Bale money? AVP.
Yeah, because they spent like most of it, didn't they? Like and about 6 players.
Chadley, Lamella.
I think only one of them's there now. I think is it only Lamella there, and all the others like flopped and that.
Story.
So
on
having money doesn't guarantee you're gonna like do well. But if you got mega money, it nearly guarantees you do well. Because if you can buy Neymar, for example, I know that's extreme, but if you can buy Neymar, then you guarantee. If you can buy Mbappe, you guarantee the level of performance. Coutinho,
Please God.
150 million. Liverpool spent the money wisely. They sold their most creative player, so a lot of money. And like now, but then they got Van Dijk. Would you swap Alisson and Van Dijk for Coutinho?
No.
Depends on the team that you're managing's needs.
Seriously, you'd have Coutinho over Van Dijk and Alisson.
For what team?
I wouldn't.
For what team? For what team?
A
team needing a Coutinho or a team lacking a Van Dijk and Alisson?
Well, like I said
Barcelona
earlier,
wouldn't need a Coutinho. They more likely would need a Van Dijk and an Alisson.
Yes. And because there's a shortage of top quality centre halves, I think nearly any team. You look at Bayern Munich, they're struggling. They're struggling. And the only good centre halves out there, Koulibaly, because he's not like at a massive club and Italy haven't got much money. A Prem team could come and get him, but that Prem team probably got to pay 80 million for the centre half. There's the one at Ajax, the young one at the back. Yeah, he looks quite good. Again, if you go to Ajax and they say, well, you want one of the players that we've created in our youth system, as soon as they see Man U or someone of that ilk, Premiership team, your TV money is so big, they're saying if you want him, you're not getting him for less than 60. And they'll look at the market and they'll say, well, Laporte was 55 and blah, 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 and all the others the Man City bought. So again, I don't think Arsenal, for example, can compete at that level. So that means the door's shut for you. There's nothing Emery can do.
I agree.
Spurs won't pay that kind of money either.
I agree that until a friend said to me that until Arsenal spends like Liverpool and that, I'll come match them.
You can't be obsessed with this spending thing.
But it ain't. No, but you've got to think though that if you want the best,
you can mould any talented player.
Because you can't always, because there's some players you've got. So
this colossal Liverpool juggernaut that's rolling now. Where is their right back from?
Yeah, but it's one or two players.
where
Yeah,
is
but you're
their-
thinking, but you're looking at the other players they've got in the team.
Okay, their left back were SPL 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with. I understand what you're saying.
Wijnaldum
They always
relegated
about.
with Newcastle United.
We're not just saying it's.
Joey
solely
Cole
about-
was relegated. Frank Lampard was relegated.
yeah,
Rio
yeah,
Ferdinand was
yeah,
relegated. I don't see the
that don't
relevance.
mean anything,
It's
but-
because they were
because-
in
because-
foreign teams.
Yeah, and now.
But you're
but
talking having to pay monumental fees.
if you want the best, sometimes I believe you've got to pay the extra.
You got to pay the rate. That's what we're saying.
So how do you legislate for guys like Andy Robertson, for guys like Trent Alexander, for guys like
Yeah, but
Wijnaldum?
they've come through the academy system like Ashley Cole did. You can't.
No,
I know.
Robertson came from Hull, man.
Yeah,
No,
but he
sorry,
played-
but
yeah,
but it
but
comes
he was
through.
We explained that. We
Yeah.
explained Robertson like.
But sorry,
you can't
but-
apply that money fixes everything.
No, not
rule
all
for
of-
one, and then by the way, but
But-
when it comes to Robertson, he's had it's either one or the other.
No.
Because it's a one-off.
Yeah,
you
you
keep
don't-
saying Robinson
But
because he's the
Wijnaldum.
he's like,
Wijnaldum looked very average, bang average for Newcastle. He fits so well for
no,
Liverpool.
I don't think he was. He was in a very, very poor
No, sorry,
side,
forgive me,
and he
bang
played.
average.
He played quite well, which is why Liverpool spotted him and thought, this guy's playing decent in a very poor side. So sometimes you think like, okay, if they can play that well in a side like that, it might be worth. And you know his technique is good because he's Dutch and everything. So you know like he can bring the ball down. He's comfortable on the ball. He got a good knowledge of the game. And then all you got to do then is like it's like a painting. You got the canvas, and then you got the paint, and then you just might need a mentor to say, this is what I want from you in this side. The other manager had to get this out of you because he didn't have
Yes.
a striker up front that you can play the ball early to. So if you're caught on the ball, it's not my fault. No one made a run. You come to Liverpool, Salah's saying, just play the ball forward.
I'm there.
I'm there.
And these things, but we're gonna have to. We're
For
gonna.
the sake of the length of the video, yeah,
We're gonna.
disagree.
Yeah.
We're right. We'll call that one. But now